For the first time this year, the 7th-ranked Queens women's lacrosse team plays on its home field as the Royals look for their first win of the season against the Tampa Spartans. Hey, good evening and welcome to Dixon Field at the Queens Sports Complex on a warm night here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm Phil Constantino, glad to have you along. Temperatures over 75 degrees on this late February evening, and that is perfect weather as we begin the spring sports slate, again for the first time here at the complex this season. So the 7th-ranked Royals come in off of a loss at number 3 Lindenwood last week. Final score of that game 13-4, and taking on a Tampa team that is 1-1 this year. Out of the Sunshine State Conference, they lost most recently to number 13 Limestone, 13-11, but earlier this year did pick up a win over number 11 Rollins in their season opener, 10-6. That game over the Tars, a perennial power, a team that last year came to the complex and beat Queens. So to tell you something about a fifth-year Tampa program, they are headed the right direction and could be a tough out tonight. Let's meet the starting 12. First for the visiting Spartans of Tampa, led by head coach Kelly Gallagher. Caroline Forrester, Amanda Rahm, Kristen Frizzle, Abby Kakagna, Shannon Sweeney, Alexa Scudillo, Allie Poplar, Graham Eber, Emily Stevenson, Maggie Gladden, Megan Sanchez, and in the goal is Bridget Suter.
For the face-off, it's number 7, Amanda Rahm, and number 2, Allison Kahn.
And the initial draw is taken by Tampa. For Queens, it's Katie Wardle, Allison Kahn, Cami Case, Katie Simpson, Sarah Cliff, Shannon Mansberger, Kylie Masteran, Maggie Fabian, Hannah Scott, Allie Blood, Jasmine Singh, and in the goal, a sophomore who started 18 games last year and played in all of them, Chase Brokaw, one of the best in the league. Possession clock is inside of 40 seconds. That is newly instituted here in Division II this season. Started in D1 last year to test it out, try and work out the kinks. And in Division II, it is 90 seconds to take a shot. This comes from outside the 8-meter after the first infraction of the game. A shot and a save by Brokaw. That came off the stick of Poplar, the 5'9 freshman from Colorado Springs. And we have another infraction. This is Eber. Up top it goes to Forrester. After the shot to Brokaw, it is a fresh 90 seconds. That 90-second clock will only restart after the ball hits the cage or hits the goalkeeper. Has to be deflected by one of those two. Shot never made it. Up top, this is Shannon Sweeney, one of the captains. 4 of them, 3 of which start for Tampa. And a turnover. That's taken by Cammie Kinks in transition. She is bumped out of the way. Case, one of 3 first-team all-conference selections for the Royals this year, along with Hannah Scott, who was the leading returning scorer, 51 goals last year, and Jasmine Singh, a senior in her final semester of college eligibility, a captain on this team, of course, a captain on the women's soccer team as well. And Case is one of 6 total all-conference selections for the preseason favorite Queens. Also on the second team, Allie Blood, Katie Simpson, and the goalkeeper Chase Brokaw. Here is Allie Blood. Lofts it out top. Katie Wardle has a ton of speed. Inside for Blood. Shot redirected. And it's run down by Mansberger. Can't keep it in. I'm not so sure why the stoppage here. Well, they'll give the ball back to Queens. Well, all the rule changes that have been implemented, the idea is to make it less and less like freeze tag and to put more flow into the game and to make it move. And we'll get through the rule changes throughout the night here in our first women's lacrosse broadcast of the season on the Queens Sports Network. But in talking with Claire Short, the Queens head coach, earlier this week, she loves the rule changes, and most coaches in lacrosse do. For whatever reason, this game has started with as slow of a pace as possible. And for a moment over there became a stopped affair. Here's Taylor Quaid. Just on for Queens. The shot is saved by Suter. And the reigning Sunshine State Conference Defender of the Week comes up with a stop on the first shot that makes it to her. Suter is just a freshman. Saved 11 of 17 shots versus Rollins in the win in her collegiate debut. Well, as Garland Henderson attempts a dodge, play comes to a halt. Check that, that's Maggie Gladden. It is a penalty called against Allison Kahn of Queens. And Tampa has the first lead of the game. Just 6 seconds into the penalty.
Spartans goal scored by number 33, Maggie Gladden.
Maggie Gladden gets credit for the goal for Tampa. Gladden is a junior from Wesley Chapel, Florida. Draw goes up in the air. One of the new rules this year. It's 3 versus 3. Everyone else must stay beyond the restraining line. And a violation on Tampa for crossing it. That looked like Graham Eber. So Queens ball. For Gladden before, that is her first goal of the season. Excuse me, check that. That's her 4th. Katie Wardle with a burst of speed past everyone. And she is spun down as she shoots it. So in a case like that, wide of the cage, possession clock will not reset as Hannah Scott takes the feed. And she scores it. It was Mansberger from behind who found her. And it's quickly tied 1 apiece. That is the first goal of the season for the lethal Hannah Scott, who did not score in the opener against Lindenwood.
Stay with her, stay with her. On Jordan.
So early on, Tampa has controlled possession. 2 more shots than Queens. A team that is hoping for its first ever win against the Royals. But we are tied at 1. Last year, Queens beat Tampa 19-7. That was a campaign in which the Spartans finished the year 6-11 overall. Again, this is the 5th year of the new program. They have never had a winning record. In fact, the best season came in year number 1. They went 7-10 that year. Queens has played Tampa every year in which the Spartans have been in existence, and Queens has won all 4 of those meetings. Kind of have a feeling this is a different Tampa team, though. Pick number 4 in the Sunshine State Conference in the preseason, as that is lost by Kristen Frizzle, the defender, but run down and then thrown away. Allie Blood on the move down the field. That win earlier this season over Rollins College, the first ever win versus a ranked opponent for Tampa. And this is a gauntlet of a schedule in the early going. Luckily for them, the first 2 were at home. But again, number 11 Rollins, followed by number 13 Limestone, then number 7 Queens. Ali Khan from the 8-meter. There's the whistle. There's the shot. And it's 2-1.
Number 2, Allison Kahn for the Royals.
Allison Kahn, who was sidelined for the latter portion of last season, only played in 8 games, starting 7 of them. You can see the brace on her right knee. Scores her first goal of the year. And in total for Kahn, the 8th goal of her career. The sophomore from Moriches, New York. Queens team that was limited to 4 in the matchup with Lindenwood fell down 5-0. Just under 12 minutes in before even scoring a goal. And the draw controlled by the Royals. That's Callie Masterat. Masterat, one of the newcomers, a freshman, 5'5", out of Hampstead, Maryland. Here's Blood. And that is saved. Tampa fumbles in its own end again. That's Frizzle. Eight minutes in, and it's 2-1 Queens. First lead of the season for the 7th-ranked team of the country, who was picked number 1 in the South Atlantic Conference in the preseason poll. 8 of 9 first-place votes. The way in which the coaches in the league are permitted to vote, cannot vote for yourself. So unfortunately, it prevents the Royals from being a unanimous first overall selection. But they do pick up as many votes as is possible. And there's a steal from Cami Case. And a Scott brings it inside the restraining line. That 90-second possession clock, it starts once you take possession of the ball. Not whether you cross the line, cross midfield, once you have possession of the ball. And might I second the sentiment of Claire Short from earlier. I'm a fan of the changes as well. Scott turns, fires, and that is saved by Bridget Suter.
Probably just hoping for the best, honestly. I think so too.
And another cause turnover. Scott pushed near the sideline, tiptoes. She stays in. This is Jasmine Singh. The defender comes forward. Singh, who attempted one shot all of last season. Keller Quaid throws it back up to Wardle. Wardle goes down, but a push came. And a yellow card. That's 2 minutes against Kristen Frizzle. And an advantage for Queens. Katie Miller off to Blood. There's another penalty. Astaran from the 8-meter. Queens 0 for 1 on free position sets today. And make it 3-1. Kylie Masterat.
Kylie Masterat.
Second of the year for the freshman Masterat.
There you go. Stay with her.
Kylie, one of many, added to a team that's largely intact but also lost some of its most potent scorers from last season. 4 of the top 7 are gone from last year's campaign. The likes of Abby Paulus, Alex Bruder, Kelly Dowd, all of whom left to graduation. That was a senior class that saw a women's lacrosse program take its success to new heights, reaching the second round of the NCAA tournament each of the last 2 years, before ironically being bounced by Lindenwood, but of largely responsible for helping build the next level of success that Queens has achieved. Wardle feeds it inside for Scott. Lost her stick. Lost her eye gear also. Shot. Saved. This is Sweeney. Around the back it goes. Queens defense stifling right now. And another caused turnover. Goals so far from Hannah Scott at 23:53, Allison Kahn from 22:41, and Kylie Masterat at 18:52. 3-1 Royals. Here's Masterat, the most recent goal scorer. Allie Blood. Shannon Mansberger. Double comes. Katie Wardle. Nearly thrown away. It squeaks through. Now into the grasp of the Spartans as it's left for Suter. The steal from Abby Kakagna, junior from Baltimore. Rom dishes it off. Rom had 4 assists in the first 2 games. She runs inside, marked by Jasmine Singh. Outside the restraining line it goes. 15 seconds to shoot for Tampa. Queens never controlled, so that possession clock now down to 10. Have to force something. 5 to go. A shot and a score. Tight window Not sure how that pass got through. Graham Eber.
Spartans goal, number 28, Graham Eber.
3-2 our score as we approach the halfway mark of this opening half on a gorgeous night in Charlotte.
The assist on the goal, number 13, Rachel Crawford.
Rachel Crawford picks up the assist on the goal for Tampa. Another draw won by Allison Kahn and the Royals. Right now they go 5-1. Here's Wardle. Hannah Scott working up top. Allie Blood to Mansberger. Flips it back for Blood. Quaid. Wardle now. Goes left, then to the right. Forced to the outside. Mansberger spins in. Throws it up top for Quaid, and there is a foul. That's the 7th of the game by Tampa. Queens 2 for 4 on the free position. That's fired wide. Royals will keep it on the chase. The shot clock, or possession clock, is the official name, continues to roll, even if it goes out of bounds on the chase. The possession clock is down to 10. It never hit the cage, never hit the goalie. And as the official holds the flag up, a shot and a score.
Royals goal, number 22, Taylor Quaid.
And it's Taylor Quaid who scores it. First for Taylor Quaid. She's a sophomore from Harleysville, Pennsylvania. Those bodies go down. It's a Queens draw control win. Nearly stolen by Rachel Crawford. Queens will take it right back. Off the self-start. Behind the cage it goes. Here's Allie Blood. Rolls free. Blood now to Mansberger. That's nearly thrown away. Wardle uses her speed and hustle to win it. She gets bumped, flag in the air. And now the official will stop the action. Position from all the way on the left side. And the Royals won't shoot it. One of those rare occurrences. Here's Blood. Over pursuit. Quaid has it. Tampa ball. Rule of free movement now also. It's kind of similar to soccer. And that when the ball goes dead, everyone else on the field can move. You do have to leave a perimeter around the player with the ball as Wardle is bumped in transition. And you can't move any closer to that player. But another rule implemented to try and improve the pace of the game. From the 12-meter this time, it's Katie Wardle. Queens 2 of 5 on the free position. 8 fouls against Tampa already. Shots go 10-5 in favor of the Royals. And the score goes 4-2. Blood catches. Blood turns the corner and tosses it in to make it a 5-2 Queens lead. And it's 5 different goal scorers. Scotts, Kahn, Masteran, Quaid. And now Allie Blood.
Correction, apologies to number 32, Allie Blood, the scorer of the goal for the Royals.
Tampa wins the draw. Claire Swanson, who is the team's leading scorer so far this season with 5 goals on 7 shots, carries it ahead. Tampa 0 for 2 on the free position, and that is right into the grasp of Chase Brokaw. On the clear, it's out of the reach of Sarah Cliff. So a turnover by Queens. But Chase Brokaw, a stellar season she put together last year. At times it also felt like she wasn't tested because the Queens defense was just so good. But Brokaw started 17 games, played in all 21, and in more than 1,140 minutes, She allowed an average of 7.5 per and saved 47% of the shots that she saw and compiled a 15-4 record as a starter. The team finished 17-4, 11-2 on this field, and 8-0 in the conference for the 4th consecutive year. Queens team that has never lost a South Atlantic Conference game. This is their 5th year in the league. Obviously opening with non-conference competition as the ground ball is won by Queens. That is one stat category that Tampa leads so far, but now the Royals with numbers. Scott spins off to Wardle. She bobbles. A pass that was a bit over her head. Scooped forward. Turnover, Allison Kahn with it. Inside of 10 to go. It's the first half of action, 2 30-minute halves. Mansberger. I don't know how she freed herself, but right off the body of Suter. Won by Kahn, and that will reset the possession clock to a fresh 90. Wardle overlooks the defense. Quaid has a goal today. Scott, Kahn, Masteran, Quaid, and Blood, the 5 goal scorers for Queens. Katie Wardle also has an assist in there. Scott steps away. Foul on Tampa. Katie Wardle, free position straight on. Might it be a 6th different goal scorer? No. Bridget Suter drops down to stop it. That is the 5th save today for her. She has faced now 11 shots. Another caused turnover by Cammie Case. Oh, she's so good on defense. Katie Simpson, one of the captains. Pass ahead is tipped. Really stolen by Ebru, and it is stolen. She has one of the 2 Tampa goals today. Well, timeout is taken. That's the reason for the horn. With just shy of 7 minutes left to go in the first half.
Timeout called by the Spartans.
Spartans take it. We'll step aside momentarily. Out of the timeout, the Tampa Spartans with the ball. Phil Constantino back with you here on the Queens Sports Network. The Royals, seeking their first win of the season, have a 5-2 lead over the foe out of the Sunshine State Conference. It seems like every pass to the inside is just swarmed by Queens defenders. And there's a foul against Tampa. They'll hand the ball to the Royals again. Number 7 in the country, led by second-year head coach Claire Short. Formerly Claire Gang. Married in the offseason to DJ Short, who's also on staff here at Queens, assistant soccer coach, former Royals standout. Second year for Claire, a former assistant at Queens who spent 2 years at Lenoir-Rhyne as the head coach, then came on back from Hickory. Based on the preseason projections, his program that has been rolling, at least last year and heading into this year, she has done her part to keep the success at a high level. Here's Quaid. He's angled away and coughs it up, but guess who is on the spot? Cammie Case. She always seems to be. Down to 15 seconds on the possession clock. Mansberger spins in, goes down. There's a foul. And a yellow card. Mansberger tumbled into the crease, but only after she was pushed. And it's Emily Stevenson who is sent off for 2 minutes. On the 12th foul called against the Spartans. Wade. Blood. In for a cutter, and there's a score.
Queens goal, number 18, Kylie Master.
And it's Kylie Masteran, her second of the day. Allie Blood gets the assist. It's a 6-2 Queens lead. "13 seconds into the advantage for the Royals. That will release Stevenson from the penalty area. Chance of Akon from across the way. Goes for Allison Kahn, who is shoved down after clearly winning control of the draw. Now 7-2. That category goes in favor of Queens. Scott turns and dishes it off. Mansberger back up top for Masterat. Goes right past a defender. Now Quaid is double teamed. Slips through. Tampa fans who have traveled well disagree. Inside of 4 minutes left. Opening half of action. Pass inside, intended for Scott, deflected. Ground ball won by Tampa. Quickly down the field goes Eber. And Wardle fouled her. Tampa 0 of 3 in the free position. Saved by Brokaw. Chase Brokaw, who performed every bit like a first-teamer in the league last year, did not win the first team award. Marianne Pierre of Wingate did, who had a stellar campaign. And she is the first teamer in the preseason this year. That's why Brokaw, a second team selection. But as much as one might think Wingate has closed the gap on Queens in the league, Queens did beat Wingate 16-0 in the championship game last year. The shot sails high and wide. Yellow card comes out. That's against Abby Kokogna. A 2-minute infraction. Queens is 2 of 6. On the free position. This is Hannah Scott. More fouls are called. And more yellow cards come out. Both the official in front of the play and behind the play signaling for that one. Scott scored the first goal of the game for Queens. Masteran has 2. It's been 5 different scorers on the 6 goals by Queens today. That was called against Paige Johnson, just on as a defender. So 2 minutes against her. Only 3 seconds into the penalty. That was called against Kokogna. Scott again, top of the 8 meter. Or not. Now we go. And it's deflected, and it finds its way in. The 7th goal of this first half for Queens. The 2nd today, and the 2nd of the year for the lethal Hannah Scott.
Royals goal number 28, Hannah Scott.
Connell battle Rachel Lacey. Queens has won 7 of the 9 draw controls today. Victory, Tampa. And a quick foul called against the Royals. Dished off by Poplar. Here's Gladden, who has one of the 2 goals today. Poplar gives it up again, now takes it back. Gladden retreats to grab it. There's just nowhere to go right now. Pass goes awry, picked up by Kahn, back to Brokaw. Another caused turnover. 1 minute to go. Mansberger spins and bounces it in. Bit of a changeup by Shannon Mansberger. They check it. It's legal. The senior Mansberger makes it 8-2 Royals.
Royals goal number
That
15,
is 6 different goal scorers in 8 goals today. There was a penalty in the process. Johnson was still off. And with 7 seconds left on that infraction, Queens capitalizes again. 13 fouls today against the University of Tampa Spartans. Here in the closing moments of half number 1. Well, if anyone wondered if Queens was its usual self after that one-sided defeat to Lindenwood, I think the Royals have quickly righted the ship and shown that they are still the best team in the league. And one of the best in the region, worthy of making that NCAA tournament. Obviously early, but Tampa's a good team who already pulled off a big upset. And Queens controls this by 6 goals. 7 seconds to go. One last rush from Tampa. That shot deflects off the top of the crossbar, and it is a charge called nonetheless. So the shot wouldn't have counted. There's 0.1 second on the clock. And that's it. There's the end of the first half. Tons of time left in this one. 30 minutes, actually. But it is all Queens. And all Queens in the final moments of the first. 3 of their 8 goals came in the final 5 minutes of the opening 30 minutes. And the Royals have a 6-point lead at the half. We break for the halftime festivities. Back with half number 2 in a few moments from Dixon Field at the Queens Sports Complex. Allison Kahn and Amanda Rahm draw at center as we start the second half between Queens and Tampa. Phil Constantino back with you at Dixon Field at the Queens Sports Complex. It is the home opener. Great crowd on hand to support the 7th-ranked team in the country. Team looking to win a conference championship for the 5th consecutive season. Picked in the preseason as the favorite to do so, and looking to make the NCAA tournament for the 3rd straight year, after in both 2016 and 2017, making the 2nd round, the first ever trips to the NCAA tournament for the Queens women's lacrosse program. So it's an 8-2 Royals lead over an upset-minded Tampa team that already has beaten a ranked team this year. Tampa led by 1. Just shy of 6 minutes in when Mackie Gladden scored it, and then it was all Royals. 3 in a row. Scott, Kahn, Masterat. And when it was 3-2, as there's a turnover inside, Ali Kahn comes up with it. When it was 3-2 after Graham Eber's goal for Tampa, Taylor Quaid scored, Ali Blood scored, Kylie Masterat scored, then Hannah Scott scored again, and Shannon Mansberger bounced one in with 33 seconds left. In fact, Queens with an offensive onslaught in the final 4:54, 3 goals to end the period. 6 different goal scorers, and Mansberger makes it 9-2. That is now 6 in a row for the Royals.
With the goal, number 15, Shannon Mansberger. The assist, number 32, Ali Blood.
Ali Blood picks up the assist, so that's a goal and 2 assists for her today. Nine goals on 17 shots. Further look at the first half numbers. Shots 17-7, meaning 6 saves for Suter in the net, and 3 on the other side for Chase Brokaw, as the ball is won from the draw by Caroline Forrester. 3 goals this year, team's 2nd leading scorer. Ground balls 10-9 Tampa. Queens successful on 7 of 8 clears. Tampa on 6 of 10. Draw controls 8-4 Queens. Fouls 13-6. That's Tampa with 13. Just a one-sided affair as you look at all of the stat categories. Queens 3 of 7 on the free position. Tampa 0 of 3. Here's a 4th chance, and that's cut off. As Shannon Sweeney is forced to circle it back. Now Gladden dodges, and a flag goes up. Gladden's forced to retreat. Sweeney spins around and dishes it off to the near side. Poplar. 30 seconds left on the 90-second possession clock. Pass nearly stolen. It's reeled in and fired high by Megan Sanchez. Oh, my apologies. That was Gladden. And just 1 second left on the possession clock, and Poplar throws it into the corner to force Katie Simpson and the Royals to run the length. This is Scott. Two goals, 1 assist today for Hannah Scott. after being held scoreless in the Lindenwood game. Scott dodges, splits two defenders, and fires it wide. Backed up by Mansberger. Masteran will have a chance. First free position attempt for Queens in the second half. That is saved by Suter. Graham Eber has a goal today. Simpson runs with her stride for stride. Claire Swanson gives it up. Mallory Weens around the back it goes. Up top to Caroline Forrester. Forrester catches, loses the handle, and Chase Brokaw is there. This is Maggie Fabian. Absorbs a bump and just keeps on steamrolling through center. Wardle picks it up off the bounce. Mansberger scores it. That's another one for Shannon Mansberger. (10-2) Royals. 3 in a row to this half for Shannon Mansberger.
Shannon Mansberger with a hat trick. Assist number 1, Katie Wardle.
Katie Wardle gets the assist. Mansberger last season, she scored 24 goals and compiled 42 total points. She was held without a shot attempt in the Lindenwood game. Everyone finding their stride tonight. Still tons of time left. And another draw control goes to Queens. 9 today. Masteran. Scott. And the shot is saved. Rachel Parrott just in. Had that denied. Now Parrott provides pressure, so does Cami Case. And it's broken. On the run, good opportunity for Tampa. Forrester at the side of the cage. And the Royals away with it. Nearly coughed up. Conover pursues. It's hauled in by Swanson. Pass intended for Rom in the middle. That's too low. And Ali Khan flips it over to Brokaw. Queens still with it. Jasmine Singh there to help out. And it's another successful clear. Royals have cleared all but one cleanly. Gladden down the field. Natalie Caraway. All moving quickly to Gladden beneath. Here's Caraway, captain, who did not start today. Tampa has been stopped on every free position opportunity. 0 for 3. Caraway. Brokaw. Win. Chase Brokaw. Caraway chose to go right at her stick. High and stick side. That's an easy save for Chase. Make it 11-2.
Royals goal number 5, Rachel Parrott.
Parrott scores it.
Number 15,
Assist from Mansberger, who's been involved in each of the last 4. 11-2. Won by Tampa. Rom circles and dishes it off. As I look across the way, Tampa with a reserve goalkeeper beginning to warm. The other two on the roster, Taylor Sisk and Mackenzie Hackett. Caraway dodges, gives it off. Forrester, Gladden. Pass got tipped. They've even rolled behind Brokaw. Maggie Fabian, angling sideline, crosses center. There's Mansberger. Shot attempt from Kahn sails wide left. Coughed up. Case provides pressure She's beaten by Forrester. This is Kakagna, Gladden around the back as Caraway has it batted out. Gladden had the game's first goal. Forrester fires it over to Sweeney. Caraway overshoots everyone. Out of play to Queens. Still in play. That's tipped by Case. Parrott scoops it. Kahn looking up. Finds Case. Cammy dishes it off to Allie Blood. And there's a timeout.
Timeout Royals.
Taken by Queens. First one used today by Claire Short. We'll take one, too.
Sit tight, Jordan.
There's a check of the national rankings. Adelphi has all but one of the first place votes. The reigning national champions, nearly a unanimous selection. Then Florida Southern, who Adelphi beat in the title game last year. And you see Queens, the only one from the SAC even remotely close to the top. That's how dominant this team has been. Lindenwood, who the Royals lost to earlier in their first game of the year. And each of the last two seasons to end the year in the 3 spot. As out of the timeout, the Royals score it.
Goal number 2, Allison Kahn.
Allison Kahn, the score. Parrott, the assist. It's a double-digit lead. So a 10-point lead, and that means the running clock. Kemi Case on the spot again. Queens ball. That draws a reaction from the crowd. Remember, this was a 3-2 game. Queens has scored 9 in a row. As Wardle on the dodge. Draws a foul against Tampa, and she'll step outside the 8-meter. Three of 8 on the free possession. It's saved and followed. Will it count? Looks like a crease violation, the signal. And Wardle is called for a foul. Did use her body to try and pick up that ball. Here's Rom. Overshoots a cutter. Taken on the fly by Kemi Case, who has been everywhere today. In lacrosse, sometimes defenders, they don't always show up in the stat book, but you know when you see a good one. Kemi Case, first team all-conference. So we take an updated look at the stats as we hit the waning moments. Shots 25-10 on Queens' side. Ground balls 15-3. Queens 13 of 16 clearing the ball. Tampa 9 of 13. 10-6 draw controls for the Royals. 14 fouls today by Tampa, and another free position chance. Won't shoot it. Back up top, it goes to Wardle. Kahn fires it across, and then it's stolen by Swanson. Singh goes for a steal, couldn't get there. Royals scramble and back in position defensively. There's Mallory Winks. Rachel Crawford has an assist today. Gladden has a goal. Swanson attempts to dodge. She's forced away. Crawford. Tampa keeps on working that D. And a clean steal. Oh my, Sarah Cliff. Parrott shoots it, scores it, 11-point lead. And 10 in a row for Queens.
Once again, number 5, Rachel Parrott with a goal. The assist to number 1, Katie Wardle.
Katie Wardle, the helper. That's another one for her. And Tampa will take a timeout. That will stop the clock for a moment here at the complex. Well, we thought tonight might be a little tougher than it has been. The Royals do have an 11-goal lead. Look at that gauntlet. Number 6 Florida Tech comes here on Sunday, then at Rollins, the number 11 team in the country, and at number 2 Florida Southern, the reigning regional champ and national runner-up. Sunday we will have that broadcast for you at 1 o'clock here from Dixon Fields. Still 11 minutes and 15 seconds left to go, but it does appear as if the Royals will come away victorious. The running clock is in effect. This is Poplar, stick handling. Behind Crawford. Foul is called. Well, Tampa finally scores to put an end to 10 straight by Queens.
Spartans score, number 16.
And it's Shannon Sweeney, the midfielder, a senior from Berwyn, Pennsylvania. Conestoga High School, just outside of the Philly area. Still a double-digit lead, still the running clock. Won by Tampa. Draw still 10-7 Queens. Poplar with a flag up. Free position. Tampa 0 of 4. Shot. Score. 2 in a row for the Spartans.
Spartans goal, number 25, Allie Poplar.
Katie Wardle scoops it up. Look at her move. So quick. Parrott. Katie Miller just in. This is Wardle again. Sydney Lear. Parrott. Shot stoned. Loose in front. And the ground ball won by the Spartans. Oh, Maggie Fabian swats it right back. That's 3 in a row now for Tampa.
Spartans goal, number 13, Rachel Crawford.
Rachel Crawford, her second point of the game. Tampa wins the draw, gives it right back. Remember, Queens led by 11 just a few minutes ago. Spartans showing no signs of quitting. Carly Vaccaro with the ball. Scored on their last 2 free positions, 2 of 6 today. There's 4 in a row and 3 in a row on the free position. And this one might not be over just yet. It's 13-6. And Tampa with all the momentum makes Queens have to take the timeout. Tampa wins another draw. Pass inside, goes through everyone. Won by the Spartans. Kayla Kosubinski. Up top, Caraway. And Brokaw the save. Again, it was 3 in a row on the free position and 4 total in a row after trailing 13-2. We're inside of 5 minutes remaining. 7-point game. Wardle to Parrott. She earns the free position. Cause turnover, Tampa. Alexis Cadillo the steal. New Jersey product. That's dangerous, but Kakagna there. Still 3.5 minutes remaining. Cami Case is called for this one. Caroline Forrester to the free position at the 8-meter line. Off the pipe. And Karam's into the corner. Eber runs it down. Here's Rom. Sweeney. This is Forrester. Pass in front, Forrester off the crossbar. That's 2 in a row she misses. Ever so close. It's a totally new Tampa team in the last couple of minutes. Ever since taking that time out. Down by 11. Poplar on the run. Shot, score. Just a 6-goal lead.
Spartans goal by number 25.
5 scores in a row for Tampa. Tampa wins it. Running all the way into their own ends. Poplar.
2 minutes remaining in the contest. 2 minutes.
There's the 2-minute mark. Rom, another one. Looks like it'll be too little too late.
Number 7, Amanda Rom.
But what has happened to this Queens team
Crawford on the assist.
in the last 5 minutes or so? And where has this life come from Tampa? So 6 in a row to make it a 5-score lead. Look at the Tampa bench on the right side of your screen. Look at the Queens bench on the other side. One with energy, one without it. Yet the one on the left is still winning by a lot. Interesting game tonight. Wardle back it out. That possession clock is soon to be turned off. About a 15-second difference. And there's the end of the drought and the Tampa run.
Royals goal. Number 28.
Anna Scott scores.
From number 1, Katie Wardle.
And Wardle gets the assist. Well, here's the story of this game in a nutshell. Queens fell behind 1-0. Then scored 3 in a row. Scott, Kahn, Masteran. The first of 3 today now for Hannah Scott. Then rattled off 10 consecutively. After it was a 3-2 game. Led it 13-2. Tampa came roaring back. Well, too little too late. It's 14-8 our scores. We near the 1-minute mark. Queens out shooting Tampa by a bunch, 29-19. Ground balls, 19-18. Draw controls, 12-11. That category has tightened up. More control for Tampa. And that has resulted in more scoring opportunities. Fouls mounting up of late as well. 4 for 10 on the free position today. That sails wide. Defense swarms. One final cause turnover. And as long as Masteran can free it, she does. Off to Cami Case. This will be a Queens victory. So Tampa came storming back in the end, but never cut it closer than 5. As Brokaw goes down. There's the final horn. 14-8 the final score as the Royals are victorious for the first time this year. The 7th ranked team in the country is now 1-1 and will turn its attention to number 6 Florida Tech on Sunday. 3 goals from Hannah Scott, 3 goals from Shannon Mansberger. Queens wins it by 6 after once leading by 11.
8 score over the Spartans.
14-8 the final score. The first win of the 2018 season.
Tonight's game, the Royals return home on Sunday, February 25th, to face number 6 Florida Tech at 1 p.m. right here at the Queens Sports Complex. We also ask that all fans please stay off the field, have a good night, and drive safely.
No, you have to go around. Tell them you have to get in. You don't. Why is the door locked? Hold on 1 second. Here's the upcoming broadcast schedule for the weekend. Men's volleyball tomorrow with 2 contests, part of a tri-meet. 12 and 7 o'clock, and then big one on Saturday. Women's basketball will play LMU at 1:45. The airtime for the broadcast on the Queens Sports Network, then number 1 versus number 2. LMU, the top-ranked team in the land on the men's side. Queens, the number 2 team in the country on the basketball floor. We will have all those games for you on the Queens Sports Network. That does it for our broadcast tonight. 14-8 the final score. For our entire crew, I'm Phil Constantino saying so long from Dixon Field at the Queens Sports Complex. The Royals win it by 6. See you on Sunday on the Queens Sports Network.